But anyway, one time I went on a date with this guy, and he couldn't keep his hands off me. Like, we were in a public place, right, a restaurant, but he was very like on me. And it was the first time that I met him, because we met online. This is years ago. We met online and whatever. So he was just very like on me, wabo. But I kind of understood, because I was doing an experiment that night, right? So I decided to use my coochie juice as like perfume, right? I took my coochie juice, and I put it right here, and wabo. You know where you put your perfume when you want it to? That's where I put it. And of course, it drove him crazy. Pheromones.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but vabbing works. Vabbing 100% works. Like, what the fuck? I got offered 2 free.
I had to cut it off. I had to cut Big Mama off. All right, so this woman is a witch. Okay, now let me just tell y'all what this is exactly. I'll give y'all the brief details on what this is, and then I'm gonna end this shit. Okay, because this is nasty. All right, so if you use any type of bodily fluids, okay, blood, nail clippings. Hold on, I got the article here. If you use any type of bodily fluids, blood, nail clippings, vagina juice, sperm, spit, you know what I'm saying, all kind of stuff, it's nasty, okay? But if you use this type of stuff, okay, and you induce it or put it on your body, okay, what that is doing is, you see that they said something about pheromones, right? Now, pheromones is a chemical that is in the human body. Men and women produce this, okay? Now, men, we produce this when we sweat, okay? If we don't use deodorant, we sweat, and women are attracted to that scent, okay? But women, on the other hand, they use, their pheromones come from their vagina juice, okay? Shanae said blood in the spaghetti. Yeah, that's the same type of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's nasty. All right, now, when you do this type of stuff, right, okay, you are manipulating, okay, your situation. Now, this is what I said. Aleister Crowley, I'm not gonna put the book up here because it's too, too detailed, but Aleister Crowley.
Shalom, shalom. Call halal, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High. In the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. My name is Ibar from the Prophets in Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida. And I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to those full elect scattered abroad. And real quick in this video, we're going to go over the topic of vabbing. Okay, this topic is called vabbing. All right, VABBING. And the video you saw in the post-production was just pretty much, a small explanation of it. But what this is witchcraft, man. Okay, you got women taking their vaginal, juice, okay, or whatever you want to call it. It's going to be a little, disgusting video, all right? But then they using it to entice men to be with them, okay? And this is witchcraft. This is sorcery, okay? But this is going to show you how much this place had fell from the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. And the fourth time, a witch will be burned on the stake, man. But nowadays, all these modern women are witches. They're all witches. They're all dealing with witchcraft. They're all dealing with sorceries, man. Okay, and this vabbing thing is just a part of it. And you saw the big girl, she was finna go into it. She was excited because she went to the gym and she did it before she went to the gym and all these guys was talking to her. This shows you why we are in a very, very demonic world and you gotta have a spiritual eye open, man. You can't be out here just being naive, thinking everything's sweet, because it's not. And when you see on the screen, this is the woman that came out with it. She wrote a book about it. Okay, and then these women are now reading this book and are taking her ideas and are using them in real life, man. So you may see a woman and you may, be extremely, attracted to her, and she may not even be all that, but you don't realize it's because she is, you doing witchcraft, man. This is sorcery. Okay, you only imagine, you know, how disgusting this is. You got people out here, you know, the MP going around, you know, they talking about all this stuff going around, and you got women out here just putting, you know, their infested crotch juice all over their body. So you even go give a woman a hug or shake a woman's hand and grab a wrist or something, and you know, your ass got the monkeypox, man. You know, your ass got, you know, fucking Jennifer Coniculitis or something, man. Who knows what these women got? But just to show these women have demons on them, they have spirits on them, and they're worshiping and reverencing these spirits to get what they want. Okay, they're doing these things, okay, to achieve something out of life. Okay, and what they're achieving, they're getting it through the left-hand side. They're going to left-hand spirits and doing left-hand things to get it. He went into it too about how, you know, if you use any type of bodily fluids, you know, if you use bodily fluids, that stuff is, you know, witchcraft, man. The Lord tells you you're not supposed to drink blood. You're not supposed to, you know, obviously you're not supposed to be, you know, partaking in these things, you know. But these people, these elites especially, they do witchcraft, and when you go into these witchcrafts, they use bodily fluids, man. They use blood, they use, you know, semen, urine, feces, you name it, man. These people, you know, and a part of their rituals is these people, they have to eat that stuff, man. Okay, these celebrities, they have to go to these parties, and hey, I'm just telling it to you straight, man. Okay, do some research. All right, but I can't say much on this channel. But what I can say is these celebrities, when they go to these, you know, parties and stuff, and they go to these, you know, executive meetings, they have to partake in satanic rituals. And a part of those satanic rituals is they're forced to do certain things like drink blood, urine, semen, menstrual blood. Okay, they talk about the blood in the spaghetti. Women are actually partaking in this, but this is what they do at these rituals, and it's to, you know, induce Satan spirits, you know, to, you know, move, to act, you know. This is a very, very wicked and satanic world we live in, man. All right. This is Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 10. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, which is child sacrifice. Okay, Planned Parenthood. Or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch. Okay, so there's not gonna be shit up, and that's not supposed to be found any one of us, you know, participating in this type of behavior, man. But you saw in the video, you saw a Jake woman talking about it, man. And there's a compilation of women talking about it all over TikTok, man. Multiple, all from all different races, man. You know, so you never know. You may be going out. You may be, you know, you may see a woman. You know, she said how that man was all over her because you put a fucking spell on him. And let me tell you something. He mentioned this in this video. This is the guy, Jay Marvelous. He's, you know, he be going into these different stuff, you know, dealing with the industry and stuff. So it's a good channel if you want to subscribe. But he mentioned, he mentioned how, you know, what this does is this is going to attract the wrong men. You women trying to get a man so bad, well, this is going to attract the wrong men. And this is why you see women out here, you know, they'll be with a man and they may do something minuscule. They may like another guy's picture or smile at another guy. This guy loses it and fucking cuts her head off or something, man. He beheads her, or he, you know, murdered a woman in a brutal way. You know, everybody's looking crazy, like, why would he do that? Or this guy just snaps out of nowhere, and why would he do that? You know, and then you come to find out, you know, she was putting spells on the man. The man had deep spirits fucking with him, man. You know, everything is spiritual. Everything happens in the spiritual before it happens in the physical, man. Quick testimony, I remember I was dating a chick. She was an Edomite. She had the blue eyes, you know, brunette blue eyes and shit. And I remember, like, you know, I was dating this chick or whatever, and it was all cool and dandy, whatever. But, you know, it was really just blinding me from my true purpose and, you know, serving the Lord, right? Whatever. So the day we broke up, you know, we got in an argument, and it was like, you know, I was really unfazed by the argument. But I remember, like, it was a point where we was like, you know, face to face, you know, and I was looking at her eyes, and the bitch looked different, man. I kid you not, she looked different. Okay, it was like whatever. It was like she was a different person from when I usually saw her. And I feel like in the spirit, you know, I feel like whatever spell this woman had on me, because I went through a lot with this woman, whatever spell she had on me, ultimately it broke. You know, ultimately that day, you know, and that was the last day I ever saw her, man. You know, really, I believe, you know, that was the last day I ever saw her. So, hey, these women be dealing with witchcraft, man. And she was an Edomite, so I know, you know, these Edomites naturally, you know, they know how to make a man feel good, you know, for some reason. You know, Jake women, not so much, truth be told, you know, but these other nations, they're more feminine, you know, they know how to appeal to your emotions, be more compassionate. Eve is like a fucking football player in a locker room, okay? But these other nations, you know, and they do that. And I believe that woman, you know, may in some way, form, or fashion, you know, scripture says be not ignorant of anything in a great or small matter, you know, had some type of spell on my ass, man. And that day it broke, and I saw her ass differently, and I never talked to her again. Okay, but that just goes to show you, you know, how these people will put spells in. That's why these women walk around with the yoga pants on. Okay, the camel toe on the front. They gotta walk around with their nipples poking out. It'd be a woman passing by her camp, and she be riding a board. She always pass her camp, and she'll eye every man down dead in his eye as she passing by. But she'll have this tight ass shirt on with no bra underneath, and her fucking nipples be poking out, man. Demons, succubus spirits, man. Okay, trying to entrap man, entice man to go off, entice man to be, you know, to entice you to destroy yourself, man. Okay, so beware, be alert. Have your spiritual eyes open, man. This is Samuel chapter 15, verse 23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of YAHAWASHI, he hath also rejected thee to reject thee from being king. So there you go, man. And that's twofold. If you being rebellious and you going against the ways of YAHAWASHI, that's as the sin of witchcraft, man. Okay, that's as a sin of witchcraft. Okay, and when we already read what happens to a witch, the Lord said, I shall not suffer a witch to live. Okay, and stubbornness and iniquity and idolatry. When you participate in witchcraft, that's idolatry, man. You're going to another deity, it's another spirit, as if it was the Most High. Okay, let's go down. This is the book of Micah, chapter 5, verse 12. I will cut off witchcrafts out of thine hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. Okay, and you know, this is the times that we're coming into, man. Lord gonna cut off all these witchcrafts. And right now, Jake is in a huge push for witchcraft, man. Jake is, you know, on a major level. A lot of Jake, you know, me speaking in the town I'm at, man. It's a lot of blood niggas. You know, it's a lot of niggas out here, and these niggas be wearing these little beads and shit. You know, these little fucking like beads around their neck, and those beads are witchcraft beads, man. I remember one time we had a brother, you know, that was trying to, you know, that was coming around the camp or whatever. You know, he was trying to seek the truth, but he was dealing with witchcraft or whatever. That's what he was doing before, and he was trying to get away from it. Hey, man, so like I got a lot of testimonies today on these topics, but Salakia, I pray it's edifying to the whole for elect. You know, he was trying to get away from the witchcraft. So we told him we don't know. We had, you know, we all went. It was pretty much all the brothers in the camp. We pretty much went with this man, and we took him, you know, down this dark alley or whatever. And he had to go burn those beads, man. We told him, hey, you got to burn those beads, man. We was going to curse those beads in the name of YAHAWASHI. This was a long time ago. We're going to curse some beads in the name of YAHAWASHI. We told him to go burn those beads, man. And I'll never forget, man. I was like, yo, if this guy trying to do this shit, man. I asked him, I said, listen, man. He had kids. I said, what's more important, your kids, you know, your life, you know, the Most High, or these beads? And they had to think about it, man. They had to think about it. He was thinking about it. I said, oh, hell nah. You know, needless to say, we never seen that guy again. But the point is, when he was burning those beads, he was sitting there. He was staring at those fucking beads as it was burning, man. He almost reached into the fire to grab them. He was about to reach into the fire to grab the beads out of the fire, man. He was about to reach into the fire to grab the beads out of the fire. And he was just staring at the beads. He was just, you know, shell-struck by those beads getting burnt. So that man was under a heavy spell, under a heavy witchcraft, okay, of those beads, man. Okay, a lot of you people, a lot of these jakes have been bewitched, man. Okay, you have been bewitched, and you have, you know, partaken in these different customs and these acts of these other gods and these other nations, and they got your ass under a heavy spell. And if you don't repent and break out of it, you're going to be destroyed. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verse 4, whom thou hatest for doing most odious of witchcrafts and wicked sacrifices, man. Let me grab that, go a little more on that. It says, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 12 verse 1, for thine incorruptible spirit is in all things. YAHAWASHI is in all things, man. Okay, and in these things he's showing us his ways. The Lord said we battle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, man. Okay, spirits, demons, in hidden places, man. Verse 2, therefore chasteneth thou them by little that offend, and warnest them by putting them in remembrance wherein they have offended, that that leaving their wickedness, they may believe on thee, O Yahweh. I'm talking to you Israelites, man. That you may leave your wickedness, you may be put in remembrance of where you have offended the Lord, and you may leave your wickedness, man. But Jake ain't gonna do that. You see, Jake ain't trying to do that. They're trying to stay in it. They love their wickedness, man. You see, for it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of the Holy Land, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcraft and wicked sacrifices, and also those merciless murderers of children and devourers of men's flesh, and the feast of blood. You see, the feast of blood. This is witchcraft, man. They was participating in fucking rituals, man. It was murdering children, devouring men's flesh, eating, babies and children and shit, man. And this stuff still happens to this day. To this day. With the priests out of the midst of the idolatrous crew, and the parents that killed their own with their own hands, souls destitute for help. You see? So you got to beware, man. If you may meet somebody or talk to somebody and they're, dealing with witchcraft, they're dealing with demons and sorcery, get the fuck far away from them, man. I remember one time I met this chick, this Levite chick. This was, around the time I was just finding out about the truth or whatever. And I met this chick or whatever. We was hanging out at her house one time. And we was hanging out just talking or whatever. And she started telling me about, and like, if you let a woman talk long enough, she'll tell you, man. She started telling me about her ex and how he did this to her and did that to her. And she put a hex on him. And she, what the fuck? What you mean? She said, oh, yeah, wow, I got a shrine. I said, what the fuck? You got a what? I'm in this woman's house, man. Okay. And I had long hair at the time. I'm sitting there twisting my hair and shit. And that's why, hey, man, at the Apostle Hart put out that order. Hey, you men cut your hair, man. Because a motherfucker can take your hair and make a voodoo doll out of you, man. Don't be ignorant of these things, man. Now, the scripture says there is no enchantment against Jacob. So those of us that serve YAHAWASHI in truth and sincerity, the Lord ultimately has a hedge of protection around us. Okay? But the Lord said, be not ignorant of these things, man. Okay, let me go here real quick. So, I forgot all about this other video.
Vabbing is witchcraft.
So, I wanted to come and do a quick video.
We're gonna go to that. Hold up. But yeah, so then she ended up taking me outside in her backyard. She had a fucking hole in the dirt in her backyard. It had like a little altar, and it had all this red stuff on it, which is I'm guessing was blood, probably chicken blood or something. And she said this is her altar, man, where she literally go out there and do witchcraft. And I hey, man, after that shit, I started packing up my shit. And I got up out of there, man. I got up out of there. I never talked to her again, and I made it. I left off on good terms. I made it seem like I just got been busy and I couldn't talk to her. And eventually, we just stopped talking or whatever. But she would hit me up every day or whatever. Hey, what's gonna come over? And I was like, I kept making excuses. So, and I remember even too another one real quick. I was in high school and I dated another chick, Manessa. Okay, a Cuban chick. Okay, yeah, a small little Cuban chick. She was fine as hell, man. Fine as still fine to this day. She still looked the same. But when I met her, and and I was always very spiritual on these certain points, and I'm touching on these topics because I want you to understand how simple, or how minuscule these things can be as well. Okay, you don't go to some house and just eat anybody food. People put spells and shit on their food, man. But this woman, that I knew, she was telling me, because obviously we were dating or whatever, and it was time for me to meet her and her family, all this crazy shit or whatever. And she was telling me how, I can't meet her family. I can't go to her house. She was saying how because the saints, she was dealing with that damn Santa Maria shit. She said the saints, which are the spirits, she said they won't like me. She said they would not like me. And I said, oh, those are demons, girl. Oh, no, don't say that. Don't say they'll hear you. They'll hear you. I'm on the phone with this chick, man. Needless to say, not too long after that, I fucking, broke things off with her ass too. But these are just, small examples of how this stuff works. Okay? This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 12. For the bewitching of naughtiness doth obscure things that are honest. You see, so these bewitching, these wickedness, it may obscure things that are honest. You may see a woman, you may honestly, you don't want to talk to them, but you don't know she putting a spell on your ass. It says, and the wandering of concupiscence, and this word is going to sexual, let me see, doth undermine the simple mind. So let me go to that. Let's go to this word concupiscence. And I've got the definition for it real quick. I'm going to play this video. I don't want to make this too long. Salakia, bear with me. Bear with me. We're almost out of here. I try to make these videos a little shorter. Jake got a short attention span. And I want the word to go out as much as possible, man. It says, the word concupiscence. It means sexual desire, lust. Okay, so it says, for the bewitching of naughtiness with doth obscure things that are honest, and the wandering of concupiscence or sexual desire or lust doth undermine a simple mind. So if you being simple, the scripture says, desire not a woman for her beauty. Okay, because these women, they man, they'll get your ass through that lust, man. That's why they dress the way they dress. They wear the eyelashes, the haughtiness shall be known in the woman's eyelids. They wear the eyelashes and the, all the makeup and shit, man. All that's to seduce you, man. It's witchcraft. These women take off that makeup, they don't look nothing like how they look, when they had the makeup on. It's a whole different person, It's a whole different creature when you take that makeup off. So beware of this. These are all bewitching antics, man, that women use on men,
To discuss this crazy trend on TikTok called VABBING. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. VABBING. Foolishness. First, before going into, explaining what this is, so that people know that this is straight up witchcraft, okay? VABBING is basically, I am like literally yesterday or this morning years old when I found out what this was, when someone on YouTube told me I should do a video about it. I'm like, what is this? What does it mean?
And you see, this is why I'm doing this video too, because these things have to be spoken on. These things have people don't know, So this is what the Lord set us up to warn the people, warn the flock, okay? And there's a lot of shit on this internet, man. Like I said, this is on TikTok. There's a lot of things on these different social sites or whatever that's is going on, and you gotta that we should be touching on, man. It says 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves. This is what happened. People have been lovers of their own selves. It's all about their own, sexual desires and their own, gain and stuff, man. Covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection. Saying you people don't have true love no more. It's all lust. It's all lust, man. Okay, and this is the world we're living in, and I can't wait. Okay, I can't wait to be able to get the hell up out of this place, man. This is not life, man. We're just merely surviving in a wicked, upside down, unbalanced world. We're never going to find peace here, man. The Lord's going to come and bring peace. Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, which is the people we're dealing with nowadays, man. Fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded. These people are very high-minded. Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High. How about y'all shy? So you get people all about pleasures. They're all about, their own lust. Okay? Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. For of this sort are they which crept into houses and led captive silly women, laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts, ever learning and never able to come into the knowledge of the truth. Now, as Janus and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these also resist the truth. Men of corrupt minds reprobate concerning the faith. And it's the times that we're in, man, where people are just becoming worse and worse. Spirits on these people, they're all into idolatry and witchcraft. And if you don't, beware, you may find yourself out here being, led by this, these, lifestyles and, taking it in this madness, man. A lot of these women you may meet nowadays, they're into witchcraft.
This is basically where a woman takes her vaginal secretions and she uses it as perfume. She puts it behind her neck, on her wrist, basically wearing her scent in order for the purpose of drawing in a man. Let's take a look at what this actually is and what it does, okay? So first, as you can see on this website, this is just to show you where I'm getting some of the information from. Learning Witchcraft with Miss Juniper YAHAWAH. At the bottom, it says bodily fluids and their associations in witchcraft. As you can see, it says, this is just to show you where I'm getting some of the information from. Learning.
Hold on. You see right there? Okay, this says learning witchcraft with Miss Juniper YAHAWAH. Sound like a damn Edomite. But, it says practicing goddess-focused witchcraft, Western herbalist, scientists, focus primarily on divination, greenhead witchcraft, pronouns, proud, lesbian, feminist, and LGBTQ+. So there's no coincidence that you see that, acronym or whatever right there in a damn, paragraph about teaching about learning witchcraft, man, because that's what that lifestyle is too. It's witchcraft, sorcery.
Witchcraft with Miss Juniper YAHAWAH. At the bottom, it says bodily fluids and their associations in witchcraft. As you can see, it says vaginal mucus. Okay, this is how vaginal mucus is used for the sake of witchcraft. The associations is for love, sex and sexual magnetism, pleasure, power and control, health, good fortune, the divine feminine, all new age, okay? Notes. Collected after masturbating to orgasm, vaginal fluids are often used in love spells as an excellent substitute for menstrual fluids for those who cannot obtain said fluids. It has also been used in the past as an ingredient in the production of potions to benefit reproductive health and not just of people with vaginas. This also says many magical traditions encourage the use of bodily fluids to attract a person you're in love with. Like many magical customs, if this goes against your personal code of ethics, then you may want to skip it. So, why am I doing this video? There is way too many trends that I'm seeing on TikTok where people are becoming so blinded and so gullible by what seems cool without doing your research, without doing your background. Not only that, if you're nasty enough to put your bodily secretions, okay, on your body in order for them to be used as perfume for any purpose, then you need to check yourself. I think you might need deliverance. All right. There's some deliverance that's needed if you are even willing to do something that nasty, because that's a biohazard issue. All right. As a person who is a medical assistant as well, biohazard, spreading all type of germs, and you want to put that on your outside of your body for other people to touch, and you need deliverance.
Wow. So you see what kind of world we're living in today, right? This is Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 5, verse 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. Okay? So boom, don't be ignorant, man. Keep your eyes open, be alert. We live in some very, very wicked, evil times, man. Very, very perilous times, and it's only going to get worse. Vabbing is witchcraft, and if you are partaking in this madness, you're going to be destroyed, man. I've been meaning to do this video for a couple weeks, so prayers edifying and hope for elect. Shalom, Shalom, Abba Ball, And call halal YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI BAHASHAM QADASH. The water YAHAWAH SPECIAL Game Spirit do this lesson. With that being said, I'm saying on to the next one. Shalom.